Hi everyone, I'm Nafemi and welcome to the Green Mind Podcast. This feels so awkward because I feel like I'm talking to myself right now and I'm just looking at this MacBook and it's just recording and it's just like, I don't know, it's weird. But welcome to the Green Mind Podcast. Truth be told, it took me a while to start recording because I've been so nervous about this. It's so crazy. But I've always wanted to start this since freshman year. And I'm a junior now, so you see how long that has been. But I love the growth because here we are. We're starting it, okay? Here we are. This is the podcast. You're listening to the podcast right now. This is the Green Mind Podcast. And you might be wondering why I named it the Green Mind Podcast. Well, technically, I didn't name it the Green Mind Podcast. I was nervous and stuck on a name for like a very, very long time. So I asked one of the most creative person I know. Her name is Mushi. And she was like, why don't you just name it the Green Mind Podcast? And when she said that, it just resonates with me so much. Like, let me break it down. Okay, green. We know the color green. It represents growth, wealth, new beginnings. In the mind part, I am somebody who's very well invested in my mental well-being. So, growth, wealth, new beginnings, and a healthy mind, it just goes together. And also, nature is green. I love the color green in every single shade. Like Tyler, the Creator, said, I feel like green is just such a superior color. And if you don't like the color green, that's such a big problem. Get that checked out. Green is such a wonderful color. Hello? It's such a wonderful color. But yeah, it just goes together real bad. Green mind, growth, wealth, new beginnings, and a healthy mind. It just goes together. So, yeah. That's why I named it the Green Mind Podcast. And you might be wondering what I'm going to talk about on here. I'm going to talk about different topics, experiences, events, societal issues. I really didn't want to focus on one thing. I wanted it to be a conversation. It could be a random conversation you could have. If you were on the bus or if you were on the train, you were at school, something that just happens in front of you and it just sparks a conversation with you and somebody else. I want it to be natural. I just want it to be a conversation, something, just a natural conversation that will happen randomly based on something that just randomly happened. So I don't want it to focus on a certain niche or a certain topic because it might change as time goes, So, and personally, I am a very talkative person. It might not look like that externally, but internally, if you ask my friends, I love talking. I talk a lot. I love talking. I like talking about different things. Just talking. And I am not better than anyone. This podcast is not to give advice. It is not to give advice. It's just to talk about different things and also see if there are also like-minded people. If there are also like-minded people like me, people who think like me, people who've had similar experiences like I did. Just good vibes, good energy, just chatting, just talking. And it's not just gonna be me on here talking about these topics. I'm gonna have my friends also come on here to talk about certain things with me. I feel like it will also add a little more interest and make it more entertaining to also get different ideas and different perspective from other people. So I will definitely have my friends on here. But while you're here, just take what resonates, leave what don't. It's just about good vibes. Live, laugh, love. And like I previously stated, I am Nafemi, and welcome to the Green Mind Podcast.